Now that my time is done at the orphanage and I had completed my projects, I thought it would be a good opportunity to head back to the coast where it all started. So I loaded up, made a few phone calls, and I found two opportunities. One was to help build a new property and design a permaculture system for a farm, and the second was to do maintenance on a farm in exchange for accommodation. The last 4 years has been an interesting journey. I have learned so much, and when I look back to all my experiences and adventures, I would have never expected any of them. If it was not for little faith and courage to take the plunge and push myself out of my comfort zones, none of it would have happened. Once again, I have no idea of what adventure or life lessons lie ahead, so join me for another adventure of Wake Up and Live. So while traveling down to the coast, I came across this amazing car collection. You could see the owner's very passionate. He created a whole motor village to house his collection. Got little petrol stations, or what you call gas stations, repair shops, food shops. It kind of gave you a feeling of yesteryear. I had one of these. So the one made mine look like this. Mine's going to be a hot rod. Good. That's a killer. That's a beautiful car. And then sledding. It is a beautiful thing to see when someone is passionate and they have a dream and see it being fulfilled. You can see this is a lifetime of collecting and passion. I'm sorry. I had to send it. Just filming some of the garden. Cool. Just shoot this section. It's kind of like a back room. And then this is where a lot of the work has to go into. So this is kind of a hobby for her now. It's just something that she does for fun. And that she needs help with it. It's starting to get a little bit crazy for her. She's actually doing a lot of artwork and that type of thing. She wants to focus on that, and she's earning money through investments. So it's not really a money maker for her, but she's just dabbling in it. But she sells it to florists in town. To get to the property, so we're still going down to someone else's property. Actually goes through 3 properties. I don't know if you can see the log. And here it starts. crossed the river the first time. It was not ready, the guys made it. They worked the ass for 4 months, they've done so much work. It's just pure quiet, you just hear the birds. And water bottle. So we go down one more. Here we have the second crossing. Here we are. It's not bad, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. So this section is going to be the vegetable garden we've been clearing and pushing, and this here, this cleared area, looks like this whole thing was looking like that. So we pushed everything back. The idea now is to go in and clear all the wood, and yeah, a lot of work. Look at this, it's crazy. This is how dense everything is. There's our wattle that's kind of probably about 20-30 meters down that way. We have to clear that, and then we're going to put plantations in, nut trees, fruit trees, orchards. We'll work it out. But a lot has been done thanks to Carol, and yeah, it's a good start. So we have been clearing. It's another section of what we were doing. So obviously what you see there is what it looked like here. You can see all the cuttings we've done. We packed it all along the fence line there, or the road, so we can come in now and just load the wood for firewood. We'll probably burn all those. We're going to build a hugel bed just like we've done at the top, around the edge. With all the stumps we take out here, we actually pull them to the side and we build a hugel bed, and then we cover it with everything else, and then we put soil on. So that's the plan. But this is the second phase. That was exactly the same over here, just to give you an example. Hello, Jessie. So we've done the same thing here. We've come in and hugel bed on the side, all the big stumps, all the green on the top, and yeah, that's going to be our fence. At the same time, it's going to be a hugel bed. We can plant all our perennials on it, bring in our pollinators, and clear up from there. The nice thing that I like here is that we've got really, really good forest soil with lots of organic matter. So I don't want to mess it up. I'm just keeping it in place. I'll probably bring in cow manure, put cow manure, mix it into it, and then do raised beds from there. And that's how we're gonna go. Okay, so I did a quick 3D sort of drawing, nothing to scale or anything, just an idea of what I was thinking for the land and the stuff we've been talking about. As you can see where everything lies now. There's your house, there's the shed where I want to put my place. Ideally, it would be nice to get a dam up there because it's a higher ground, and then obviously once we can find out what the contours are, we'll work it out and then see how we can get all the contours to flow the water into the different rivers and pump water from there into there. Ideally, I'd love to have a little water section there as well, so it's the high point of the veggie garden. I thought we could put a little your veggie prep area there because we have road access to that, with next to the chicken coop, some compost piles there as an example. Accommodation for the students would be around that area there, or I don't know if it's exactly that side or that side, but it's kind of in that area. Obviously orchards around the property. We talked about the nut trees, fruit trees, probably do fruits that way depending on the sun and all that. But it's just a basic outlay of what I'm thinking. Obviously once we know what the contours are, we can work out where the swells are, etc. Do all that stuff. So just an overlay, give it a look, tell me what you think, and hope it's in line with what you're thinking. This is what we're busy with today. We're clearing and packing wood. We have already cleared top section, which is going to be the dam area. So we are taking all that wood from there, it's all over there, and we packed it all over there. And now we are going into this pile, which is crazy, and pack it over there. And then later on we'll do a burn pile up there, and we'll just drag all that wood there and just burn as we go. And that will be stored for firewood. And up here is where we want to build the dam. So we've been clearing this section. And then we've got Carol working in the garden, obsessively, weeding. We're building our beds, so we just cleared this whole area here, which looked like that. We're doing some burning, and we're building our raised beds with the wood that we have. So this whole piece here is going to be our garden, and we're going to extend it all the way there through to that whole section there. Obviously you have to get rid of all this stuff, so we're doing patch by patch. It's the best way of handling it, otherwise that stuff was grown back. That is the height of a tree in 4 months. Check out how they get as an example. Almost 2 meters. So it's easier just to clean patch by patch, and then we can manage the area. And that's the progress so far. So we are still going on with our beds. We did this yesterday. Went into the forest and cut our trees, and then improved on our bed system. So what I'm going to do here was, so the guys were building them originally, so modified it a bit using steel pins. And then what I'm doing is I'm making a tunnel out of it. So I will run a couple of these. This is 6 meters, so probably 4 of those, and then we'll cover it with plastic, or we'll cover it with netting. Got our cow manure here as well yesterday, so we're going to get this guy going. And we've just been clearing and clearing and clearing. It's crazy. So it's coming. Going to do another 3 beds today that side, and then another 3 beds here, and we should have a nice section. So it is an awesome office. So today we are busy prepping our beds, and we are making sure that we lay out everything nice and equal. So I am using what I can, because obviously we're in lockdown right now. I'm using what my resources are, so we're going to have to make everything from scratch. So I'm using the topsoil here, which is basically a mixture of broken down forest floor. So we've got a nice fungi growing and broken down pieces of wood. It's all working out nice. We've got some compost that we took from the cows, basically cow manure. I've let that sit for a while. It's cooking. And then we've taken some soil, some topsoil of ours that's been sitting under a top. We've wet and kept it going for a while. So the idea here now is to make sure that I get a nice level going. So I started with my forest floor. Then I went in to do some cow manure. And what I've learned from the past is try and get the layers as equal as possible throughout the bed, so that you don't get clumps of really, really rich soil and you find that your plants grow differently. So these are going to be mass production beds. We're also going to mix it with our compost tea that we've made, and that is something I'll show another video on. And yeah, now I'm going to basically, I've watered it once, stirred it a little bit, water it again, get it really going, activate it, and then I'm going to put in my compost tea, get that bacteria in the soil, water it again, put in my third layer, water again, and then mulch it. And that's the process. So we're going to do that to the other 3 beds there. These guys we've done before. I'm just going to put some compost on them now, some cow manure, mix it in a little bit, and then just let it sit. And from then we're not going to do any digging. We're going to just let it do its thing. Look at the orange fury. It hasn't been started in like 3 years. She's running. Time to test. Timmy's on a mission. He wants to get this rock. So he wants to drive the tractor down there, come through there. Not that there's not a cliff there, and then come up here and then pick the rock up. The only problem is there's no brakes on the tractor. So, yes, don't want to go down there. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. Bass in your face. I just made a pump and I want to testing it to see if it goes through that little part there. We got the friends.
What the hell is going on down there?
He's busting a move. Blowing nasty now. That's chilled. Worm farms that we built. Basically just used 250 litre barrels, cut it in half, connect them up. And then I put a lid on it. What I did do though is I had a pipe underneath, so the water sits at an angle, as you can see there, and we've got the worms eating in there. I just do that to keep as much flies out as possible, and we've got a bit of a work surface, so it all drips out through the pipe. And what I did was I connected another one here, that one there, so I can connect another set and another set and have these worm farms in a line, like a production line. And as you can see, the worm tea comes out over there from both, and I just take it out and drain it. Also put handles on it, so if we want to pick it up, we just pick it up on both sides. And that's it. Very, very low way of making a worm farm. Just a reference of how much wood is here. Probably 1 story up, and we cleared that whole area yesterday. Ish. Nuts. There's a nice view of the garden. So we're burning more today. So yesterday was a successful day. Wood piles are packed up there. There's another one lower down. We cleaned up the whole area. And today we are burning and clearing this whole section. So I want to be able to get a bulldozer through here to clean up all the stumps. And we're burning and using the wood for biochar. So we should be able to get through this today, and then we're going to be locked down for 21 days. Thanks to these guys and their energy levels, we're doing well. So this has been a day of clearing, and we've now managed to open up this whole area here. We're going to basically take this all this so much wood that has come out. We're gonna just make it into a big bed, legal bed, let it break down over time. It's just too much wood for us to do anything else with. And at the same time, we're creating a bit of a fence for the wild animals. Hopefully, make some sort of little barrier. So, it's good. Ah, it smells so good.